South Australian Police Department. How may I help you?
This is my story. It's about a time not so long ago that one of my closest friends betrayed me. As hard as it is to finally talk, I know that I wouldn't be able to forgive myself if I didn't. I'm recording this so that in hearing me speak, someone else will find their courage. 14th of January, 2022.
Let me guess, Taylor Swift.
Surprise, surprise.
Could you help me out with the math review sets? I'm really struggling.
Sure, I'm free at lunch.
Now I've got basketball practice at lunch. Does after school work?
We're not allowed to be here after school, you know that.
Today's Thursday. Teachers are there meeting, remember? Besides, I really need help. It's already overdue. Please? You're a lifesaver. Thank you.
He was one of my closest friends. We had known each other for 4 years, and I trusted him. He needed my help, and I couldn't say no. That day, I spent my entire lunchtime in the library writing elaborate notes for him. Our plans were always thorough, me and him. Sharp 3:30 on Thursdays, teachers have their weekly meeting. Every teacher in one room in one corner of the building, leaving the opposing building vacant. Best time for our group's weekly hangouts. But this day, his planning was more thorough than mine. While I was in the library at lunch, my group decided to change the after-school hangout spot to the roadside mall for that specific Thursday. Because of him. He told them that his bus schedule changed and the bus stop was closer to the mall than to the school. 3:15, bell went. 3:20, I grabbed my books. 3:30, I snuck into the furthest science lab. 3:45, he walked in. It's not that I couldn't sense how wrong it felt. It's not that I didn't notice that he was holding the maths first edition book instead of the second one with the review sets that he needed help with. I knew, or I feared, but I wanted to be wrong so badly. To tell you to scream and trust me when I say that I did, at the top of my lungs, but in those 10 minutes, I was robbed of my own body. The warmth of his skin was setting my skin on fire, but somehow I was drowning. Every second felt like eternity, and every touch left a new scar. And somehow, the only thoughts in my head were to run. Run because how could I face the world after this? The world that had already told me that my smiles were invitations and my being was consent. And so, my screams quieted, though my fight didn't. And when his did, I ran. I ran all the way home. I felt guilty because of what was done to me, as if I had done something wrong, as if I were filthy. I felt guilty, but I also felt guilty for feeling guilty. And so, with my flooding guilt and sadness boiling into fierce anger, I took my first step. I went to the counselor. And you'd think that it would be all rainbows and sunshine from here, but it hurts to say that our fears as victims aren't just that. I told her every little detail, and she looked into my eyes and said,
Last week, your teacher complained that your skirt was more than a palm's length above the back of your knee.
Rules are rules for a reason. We can just move you out of the physics class and into another one. Besides, him, he's a good child. Been here 4 years, no complaints.
Look, listen, I believe you, but you shouldn't have been on school grounds in the absence of teachers in the first place. Also, he's of much value to our school, as the lead basketball player.
What happened to me was by then a rumor. I could sense the stares piercing through my skin every time I walked the hallways. Every day felt like a long-winded battle with me single-handedly up against the entire world. Up until I told my friends everything. Up until they sighed and said, me too. Up until I realized that shame was the right emotion, choosing the wrong person. And run? It was his turn to. I can still feel him every day, and I still take burning hot showers to numb the aches in my body, but all I know is that I survived. Somebody else may have chosen this chapter for me, but I am writing my own ending. This is my story.